Welcome back, everybody, for the last of our games from the morning session. I know it doesn't feel like morning to me as it's 3:17 in Philadelphia on the East Coast, but morning session for the players in Las Vegas. We're bringing you Noah Walton and Josh Sokol. This will be the first round featuring repeat pairings, and it's about time, as repeat pairings are really what stops a runaway from happening. So Josh Sokol sitting right now at 12-4 in second place, and Noah Walton 11-5 in third place, as Jackson at 14-2 threatens to run away with this thing, but he's got another tough pairing in Ori Swift, who's in fourth.
Oh, you know what? I think you are one round off. So I actually think Josh is at 13-4, Noah's at 11-6. So does mean that the deficit is a little bit bigger for Noah here. He really needs this win, but so does Josh in order to catch up to our friend who's running away with yet another title.
Yeah, wow, my bad. I caught it wrong. Actually, Jackson just lost to make him 14-3. Wow, so that's going to tighten things up quite a bit. Jackson at 14 wins, Josh at 13, Ori at 12, and a whole pack of solid players: Noah Walton, Kevin Fraley, Eric Goldstein, Ian Weinstein, and Joey Malik at 11-6, nipping at the heels. This will be our first matchup, and again, Noah trying not to expose any dots on his tiles is what we figured out the mystery was, turning them all 90 degrees sideways. So I would love, Josh is laughing. Josh actually told me about all of this last night. I asked him to ask Noah, and he gave me the intel, but he's got to be laughing as he thinks about how annoying the stream is and all that.
I think Josh should put his tiles upside down, just in an act of
oh my God. Troll opportunity missed. I love it.
So tough thing for Noah here with 3 N's. What's he going to do? It looks like he's considering just playing INN just to get rid of him.
I think he's playing INNED. No, just INN. Okay. So playing tight.
Good thing. He could have set up spritzed for Josh if he had played that D.
Would have been killer. Wow. So Noah perhaps being psychic. I think I would have exchanged 2 there. I would have just thrown back in. But Noah playing curiously INN. I think that's probably the third best option. Exchanging simming on top, INNED second, and INN several points behind both of the other options. So perhaps a curious decision. But yeah, as you said, it's going to stop Josh from hitting back with spritzed for a bunch of points, and Josh instead got to figure out what to do with this Z. I think just ZIN likely to come down 32 points, EPRST. Totally reasonable play. I don't see much else that's even good. The next best play is ZEN to the same N, which is just a crappier version. So Josh, yeah, he'll take his time, sure, but ZIN got to be the play here. And that's finally what does come down.
You know, I love those accidentally making a really good play with not playing the ED there.
Yeah, and this gives Noah back just the easiest no-brainer QAID 29, and all of a sudden, we've got a wonderful board if you have an S and a terrible one if you don't. However, Josh does have an S and picks up 2 blanks two vowels into EPRST, so he's going to have a bunch of bingos in that rack. The satire.
Even I know those bingos.
He has 1 bingo. That is awesome. 1 bingo that fits underneath each of those words, scoring 90 points, playing good and defensively. Otherwise, he's stuck playing something like Pirates or Praties or Parties, down making QAIDS. Any of those score 89, but his triple underlap, because he's hitting the Q and the Z, going to score 90 points. And that is Piaster, Piaster. So Josh has to go through and figure out every single bingo in this rack. There's like 6 or 7. I don't know. I haven't studied in 7 years. 7 bingos in this rack as they added Praties, Praties recently. Josh got to go through, decide which one to play and all that.
Exactly. I think the only question here, he's just doing the math to see, is it more valuable to hit the double word with the P up there or to go underneath? We know that underneath is more valuable, and even if it weren't, you don't want to set up that triple lane. So Piaster works for a variety of reasons, and it's just kind of a brutal play from Noah's scene here that it's like a pretty easy bingo to find, and it's going to rack up so many points. And it's like, man, I'm playing this guy who's 13-4 in Division One. Could you not have made it a little more challenging for him? I think I would be a little bit upset at the justice of all that.
Perhaps so. Yeah, you hate to see your opponent hit a satire bingo. You should have to think a little bit harder than some of the babiest bingos in the game. But that is why people study these satire and satine bingos, because they come
Absolutely.
up all the time and they're really easy to breed your rack to hit one.
I think we're likely to see PIASTER come down. It's going to hook up so beautifully under the QI, the ZIN. That's going to be a really pretty play.
Noah has 8s with his rack through E, I, O, and U. So depending on the bingo that Josh plays, Piaster will give him back a bingo, Sincerer.
Right.
But certain bingos like Praties and Cades will not give back any bingos. So Josh, if he finds what looks to be the best play, Piaster for 90, keep things tight, he's going to get hit back with the bingo, but that bingo is going to open a triple line for him.
And also, there's no way at this point for Josh to know all the possibilities of what letters are going to help Noah versus not. It's just as likely that, hey, Noah needs an A instead of an I. So I think it would be tough you can't think that many moves ahead when the game is so young.
Yep. So Josh going to play Piaster here. Noah to hit back with Sincerer. And great job by Josh taking his time, finding the overlap, finding what looks to be the best play. Not the best play in this iteration, of course, because it gives Noah a bingo back. But in most iterations, this is definitely the thing to do. And Noah instantly dropping Sincerer. So he's going to counter with a 64-point bingo of his own. This will make the score 99 for Noah to 122 for Josh. And Josh needs a big draw to crush that R. What's he going to pull? He's keeping us in suspense as Noah played so fast that Josh, I think he's drawn his tiles, but hasn't had a chance yet to put them on the board.
We're stuck with sideways tiles for the time being. That's all we've got to look at.
Noah is definitely a fast player. He is one of the best blitz players I've ever played against. He'll be on ISC playing 3-minute games, on Woogles playing 1 or 3-minute games all the time, and just flattens me. So, good
we've got
pull.
some really interesting stuff here. So Josh has an amazing pull with the blank. Really interested to see if he can find a triple. He also has really fun options going, like just playing off the BE or like BEAR with Zineb. I mean, that's cute, but I have a feeling he's going to need to, if not use that triple, block it. And I'm pretty sure he's going to find a bingo in there. Noah has what looks like really yucky letters. He's close to milieu, right? Like MILIEAU. Does that have 2 L's?
No, it's just MILIEU. There's no I.
Okay. I was like, wow, that's so close. Okay. So Noah definitely did not do as good a job pulling from the bag as our friend Josh here.
Yeah, he's going to regret that one for sure, as Josh will bingo out of this rack. He's got several options, Air Robes and Cades plays for 82. But if he's worried about the floating triple, he has 2 ways to choose to respond. One is to play Earlobe and Azine, scores 80 points, whatever. I'm going to open another triple, and we're playing offense. But I think the better, smarter play to do is play one of the bingos he has through the R in Sincerer. He's got 2 of them, 4 bear and over bear, each playing for 77. And I think that's what we can expect Josh to do here. Knock out the most threatening spot on the board with over bear or 4 bear.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think given that we know he's going to bingo, just like the last turn, the question is of where. Although this time it's less about what's high scoring and more about shutting down opportunities. I do kind of like the idea of saying, I mean, it's a little ballsy, but hey, let's play ball. I'm just going to open up another triple. But
it would certainly be the content play, and I think everybody at home is rooting for him to make that play.
I certainly am. But in lieu of that, I think brownie points aside, if he's just going for what makes the most sense strategically, I think you're right. Something going through that R to at least shut that down. He's already ahead by 30 points. He's going to get another 70. He'll be up by about 100. I think that definitely makes the most sense strategically.
Yeah, I expect to see overbear here through the second R in sincere. It is ironically one of the lowest scoring bingos, even though it hits a triple word, just 77. But playing aerobes, opening a triple triple, playing earlobe, and opening a juicy triple triple, while they're fun, I don't think necessarily they're the best thing to do. Though overbear keeps this board reasonably open again. ZINE taking a front S, QAID, or taking a front A rather, QAID taking a back S. We're kind of racing to those tiles. But I think overbear has got to be the best play here. Though if any player would do something funny to produce content for the internet, it would be Josh.
I think the time that we're seeing Josh take right now is not deciding between something like overbear or forebear and earlobe, but more that he's just absolutely making sure he doesn't have a triple triple here. So I think he would really hate to miss that opportunity.
You'd hate to miss a triple triple. You'd hate to miss a double double through the C as well. Again, my anagram machine telling me they're not there, but Josh has to take his time, stare at the board, and make absolutely certain that he's not
He's to
squandering.
use God's anagram machine, the brain. It's a very faulty machine. Mine does not work most of the time. I have big complaints.
Yeah, mine has been under renovation for 9 years, and I'm convinced
Yeah.
they've run out of funding for the project and just going to demolish it all pretty soon.
Well, the good news is Josh has plenty of time to make this decision. If I'm Noah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading into this too much, but I think I'm maybe worrying about some giant play that's about to come. I also wonder what Noah's going to do in response. I mean, maybe taking the Azine spot for the sake of getting rid of some of those vowels and still getting some points. On the other hand, I see the merit in trying to leave it open and just getting rid of some of the gunk on my rack.
Yeah. Noah will be able to respond in a number of ways. Assuming Overbear comes down, he can play Miaul, Miaul, one of the 9,000 spellings of the noise that a cat makes. He can also play Aecium, Aecium, through the C in sincere. But ooh, Josh going for the high scoring content bingo. Aerobes, 82 points. That's a fun one. All right. Cool. So 82 points, throws this board open, but also not really. Once that triple gets hit, he actually knocks out the Azine spot for the most part. He knocks out the cage spot, and barring a big triple play from Noah, Aerobe is going to lead to a closed board long term, if not in the short term.
Absolutely. The question for Noah now is, I mean, there are technically two triple lanes open. He's kind of got to block one of them. I'm seeing, I mean, he has a few scoring opportunities through the R of Sincerer. What else do you think he needs to be considering right now?
Yeah, what do I want to do to the shape of this board? I'm now down over 100 points. Euremia plays through the R. It's a nice way to get out of this rack, holding IL, scoring 24 points. Ramily, if you want to play a little bit longer, is Ramile, sets up an S hook as well. So that's a way to keep this board open. You don't like holding on to a U, but that's a way to keep the board shaped the way you'd like it to be shaped. He's also got the sneaky play of Iambi, Iambi, through the B in aerobes. That's 32. Opens this board very nicely to get to the top left, which is going to be important with his deficit. But that's really tough.
Myself a pat on the back just for seeing that, because I did see it and I was like, gosh, I mean, I don't know if it's the right play, but I'm just proud to have found it. I mean, my instinct, of course, defensively is just, okay, I've got to play something with that R. But I like Iambi because you're opening up two more lanes and scoring points. Maybe that's what you need to do, especially since there's no way you're shutting down both of these triple lanes. Might as well get some points and get rid of some of that gunk.
Yeah, Iambi, I think a really awesome play for Noah, but one that is so hard to spot. I think many experts with perfect vision of the board would choose to make that play, but dang, it is tough to spot, especially as you're hyper fixated on that R in the triple line at the bottom right now. An open board is what Noah wants, though.
My thought process here was, okay, well, I want to use that zine. Maybe I can play lamb. Oh my gosh, what a terrible leave that would give me. And then is there anything else with A and B as the center? So maybe he'll be able to figure that out. But I do think you're right. I think uh, kind of dumping a bunch of those tiles through the R, maybe getting slightly fewer points, maybe not having as great a leave, but that might be the best option. Also, just statistically, in terms of maybe I can pick up some nice stuff too.
Yeah. Big turn for Noah. Many options look good. Uremia and Ramily are fine plays, but Iambi is an awesome play if he's able to see it. It'll be big to see if he's able to pick up on this opportunity.
Oh, he teased us a little bit there. Went for a tile and then said, I'm going to think about it a little bit more.
For those of you new to the stream or just now tuning in, this is the third day of a 5-day Scrabble tournament, the Scrabble Players Championship, which is effectively the North American Scrabble Championship. A 5-day tournament, 31 games for most players, though the top 2 players after 28 games will be taken off to the side to play a best of 5 against one another. The players with the best records make it to that final. So you can see Josh Sokol's record 13-4, Noah 11-6. You just rack up wins and losses similar to the baseball or football season, and the best records at the end take the cake. Noah doing something I don't think any of us thought he was going to do. Aurei, Aurei. It does set up a nice bingo lane along the bottom that is very difficult to be knocked out without hooking Piaster or sacrificing some points. And just an absolutely abysmal draw into ILM, FXJR. So Noah trying to open this board for bingos and drawing exactly the opposite of that. Weird play by Noah, missed opportunity, and I don't think I agree with this decision, but woof, it really, really backfires on him. And Josh,
And we're seeing this huge difference here where they're both getting rid of EAU and one other tile, but where Noah is only able to get 18 points, Josh is about to rack up a pretty sizable play for what's essentially dumping letters. I mean, he got so lucky to get that B to be able to play Zineb. Also shuts down anything with the A above Zine.
This is a tough turn, and I really wish we'd had more time to talk about it because there's a lot of options. Bo setting up back hooks of an S, T, or X. The X would be huge. And what did Noah just draw? But the X. So this is a play maybe Josh could have thought harder about. He decides, I'm playing offense this game, whatever. We're going to have points aplenty, defense, whatever. I'm not doing that. But woof. He is going to get hit hard by Noah after that. And I really wish he'd spent a little more time, but I appreciate the content he's going to give us. And I'm always here for close games. Blowouts are not fun to watch. And
it's just too bad. It's too bad that Noah can't come back even more, that he couldn't get that X down to the double. I think he has to consider here, am I going to do something like fix or am I going to play XI? He's got to get rid of another consonant, but now he's set up this really, really nice triple lane for Josh.
And Josh going to crush it. 104 points for his bingo of Hillowed, HILLOED. Many spellings of the word hello. Basically put any vowels between H and LL and then put an O and maybe another vowel at the end, and you've got a bingo. Hillo, one of like 1,000 spellings of that, and they're all verbs. So
but you know what? Noah has a beautiful bingo majorly.
Oh my goodness, that is going to score.
This is a They said, you want entertainment, we'll give you entertainment. Noah, who is down by 170, is going to score how much on that?
124. My goodness. So 104 for Josh, 124 for Noah. And hey, Josh's idea to open this board up after Bo certainly led to fireworks. 59 for Fix, 104 for Hillowed, 124 for Majorly. And my goodness, points. And Josh going to bingo back now. He's drawn Geniture through the R and Aerobes, leaving the triple open for Noah one more time. But 72 points is not something Josh can pass up. So my goodness, we're going to see probably 1,000 points this game. This is wild. and a blank unseen, 2 S's unseen. Woof.
Still haven't used that triple spot with the A. We're still going to have it open. Now, Josh is going to take it, and Noah's going to be over 100 points behind. Noah can probably get something high scoring using that A. I mean, at this point, you just got to laugh that we've had, what, 3 bingos and a huge X play all in a row.
And Noah's going to have a great counter as well if he sees it. You look at that A, you look at the N in geniture and the triple word above it. How about using none of those? Noah can score 44 points right now with the play of Vent, V-E-N-T, underneath bow. Rev, A-E-U-N,
Wow.
fixed, holding FKD to score more points in the future. The sad play would be faked through the A and aerobe. That's fine. But Vent keeps this board open for Noah, scores 44. He needs to see this. He needs to look in sneaky parts of this board. He's already missed I am by, which I think would have been awesome. But here he goes
He
playing
found
Vent.
it.
Great job, Noah. Great
Beautiful. I
job.
think
Don't
that's
take the
also
bait.
hard to find because, again, my instinct is immediately, I have got to block down these triple lanes. But a saw girl, as in someone who works with the saw. But I think, yeah, that just shows what level of play we're seeing here. That he was patient enough to wait. He has just been having these one eyes on these racks. He's been dealing with such consonant heavy racks, but fortunately, they have been able to play. So let's see now what Josh is going to do. I think at this point we're going to see one of those triples taken. I wonder though.
Whoa. Okay, chat pointing out Noah has drawn funkily through the UN and L in Majorly. Is that real? Is that a word? Funkily?
Whoa.
Goodness, that is a lot of points as well. So Josh, I think almost certain to play wing up at the top, W-I-N-G through the G in geniture. Get rid of that triple opportunity, set up your S, though there is an S unseen to Josh. Let's get the unseen pool up there as well for the people at home now that we're approaching the end of this game. I think Josh to play wing, and then if Noah can find funkily, what on earth is happening? Noah with a bunch of garbage racks in a row and just scoring a gazillion points turn after turn. Funkily to score 53, or funnily, a similar play, 45.
Those are both incredibly impressive plays, but I would not put it past him to find them, especially given how quickly he found Vent, which I think was also impressive. It's showing a lot of patience and a lot of self-restraint to not just go with the first thing you see that faked. In my mind, I'm like, yep, you're getting plenty of points, plop it down. But they are really taking their time. I think Josh is likely to play wing, and I don't think I would not judge him for not blocking the funkily spot. Who thinks that's going to be a high scoring spot? He's
Yeah,
going
I
to
think
get
the
30
concern for
points.
Josh, wing takes a back S, takes a back Y, an S unseen, a Y unseen, a blank unseen, but it is so much better than his other plays. He's got to do it. And Noah
He found it.
instantly, my goodness, dropped
Beautiful.
funkily. Good job, Noah, DNTFIKL. You know what? Maybe turning his tiles sideways like that is is what's causing him
Maybe
to
the
see all
more
this
you
stuff.
see it as a puzzle, the more you're able to think outside the box. I would have to say there are multiple points in this game where I thought that is it for Noah Walton, but he is still in this.
But Josh now to bingo. He's drawn into Harlots. That plays for 79 underneath wing, making wings. If he really wants to provide us with incredible content, play Loathers through the E in Sincere. Why not? Open one more triple. But no, Josh certainly to bingo here. Harlot scores 79 and will put Josh at 525, drawing the last 7 tiles out of the bag. I'm sorry, no, there are 14 tiles in the bag. So Josh will draw 7 of those 14 and leaves 7 in the bag. Here we go with Harlots. Josh jumping up to 525 points. And Noah, ADGNOTU, would need to hit a bingo back to have a shot in this game. But unfortunately for Noah, not quite there.
Oh,
Looks like
he
a
almost
promising
has
strat.
donut if he could just have gotten one more U, which is not normally something you root for. I think we see Noah stretching here. Maybe he's just exhausted from this whiplash game. Just when you think, I've done it, I've made the great play to catch me up, your opponent comes back. And this is for both players with something incredible. I mean, Josh now having to deal with kind of some crap of his own, but he's got such a sizable lead that without that bingo, Noah's going to struggle. Of course, we still have a blank in the bag, which neither of them knows.
Yeah, perhaps Noah has a path to victory by scoring very well here, drawing that blank, and getting a huge bingo next turn. I wonder if there are bingos available to the W that might score 100 or, whatever. The way this game has gone, Noah's probably going to play a disconnected 9 with the W and the A up top for 100 points and out, because why not? When we have this much content, give us more, please. I think we're going to see Noah try to score as well as he can. He's going to have one more chance to draw bingo next turn. He's going to need to catch Josh with nearly a full rack and bingo. But Josh, CMOPTVW, if Noah is able to bingo out, Josh is going to be stuck with some garbage on his rack for sure next turn. And that bingo may score well enough to get Noah close. What will Noah do?
Josh certainly has garbage on his rack, but he also has scoring opportunity with that garbage. And I would much rather have this consonant heavy rack than a vowel heavy one. I mean, even just something like the open triple letter square under the O of Harlots is a scoring opportunity. Now, would that be the best move? You probably want to get rid of more of that stuff that's on your rack. But I think any sort of 30-point play that Josh can rack up would be enough to probably withstand a bingo.
Yeah, Noah's got to score very well and just get a lot of help out of the bag. I think maybe playing something like tangos to the S or guanos to the S in sincere gives him another spot to bingo for a bunch of points. Down from the G or the T, hit a triple word. That to me seems like it might maybe have a path to victory, but if you're Noah here,
like tangos.
Yeah, if you're Noah here, you have to assume you're getting lucky to have any chance. You have to assume the blank and some of those vowels are in the bag. You have to assume Josh has garbage. But fortunately for Noah, that is exactly how this game is setting up, as Josh does indeed have the garbage. The blank is in the bag for you. So with those assumptions, Noah's going to make this play, and he's got to figure out what he can fish for, what kind of bingos are to the W that exist in the unseen pool with a little bit of help, and how do I score enough now that bingo is going to help me win.
And he'll have 14 and a half minutes to do it. So I think we might be sitting here for a while. Now, Josh, it looks like he's considering CWM maybe on top of Orei, which I think would be a perfectly smart play because it's going to shut a few more things down if Noah ends up playing something like tangos. Then he'll have the E available for playing through of sincerer, or he'll have that W. And then he also has the letters of harlots. So I think for Josh at this point, it's like you're never going to shut down all of those lanes. Just get rid of that stuff.
I wonder if Noah tries something like tongue to the E in sincere, open a triple. Clearly, Josh will need to block the triple if he sees even one possibility, and maybe Noah can bingo elsewhere. But I think just the 16 points tongue scores will not be enough for Noah. He needs to score now. He needs to score next turn, and he needs to catch a bunch of points off Josh's rack.
What about something like Gourd, Gourd, setting up maybe something going down to the G? I think that's just not worth it because it's just not enough points. I think you're right. I think really his only option is something like tangos where he's at least getting in the 20s, 30s to just stay in this.
Yeah, another option maybe is DOUGHT through the H in harlots. Again, you're kind of sneaking open that triple word column so you can get a bingo that scores a mammoth score. You're probably going to need a bingo with a mammoth score. A 70-pointer won't do it for you. It's got to be 90 or 100. And that DOUGHT play, remember, we're assuming the blank is in the bag and Josh has a bad rack, or we're dead in this game anyway. It's going to be tough for Josh to block the left side column after that play. So doubt, I think, might be a good play for Noah as well.
Is there any merit to leaving it as just OUGHT for the sake of potentially keeping one more lane open or tempting him into using it?
I mean, that's not
No.
really a lane. You're going to have to bingo to the W and front hook. I think you take
Yeah, that'll
4
be a
extra
lot.
points here. Yeah, I called it. That's what Noah elects to do here. I promise we're not on a tape delay. I just get lucky sometimes with my commentary. And we'll see what Noah draws. CWMOPTV for Josh, meaning unseen to Josh. Blank AADENOOS. So Noah's draw certainly
Really
can
nice
pull some
one.
bingos, adenoma, and similar pulls. Will he even get the blank? That's a second question. Yes, he will.
Oh, yes, he
And he'll
does.
draw a bingo. So exactly what Noah needed to do. And how is Josh going to respond? I think he's going to be able to score enough that even if Noah bingos and catches him with a bunch of tiles on his rack, he'll win the game. Josh could also consider foregoing emptying the bag here. Just drop one tile so Noah can't bingo out.
I wonder if that's not worth it, though, if he's not going to be able to get rid of more tiles. I mean, you'd have to do the math on that, and he has the time to do the math. I think you're right. Like, he can withstand a bingo at this point, but he does have to dump a little bit. I I want him to check how many tiles are in the bag because playing 2 is not the move here. I think you either want to play as many tiles as you can or just 1. Is he
Yeah,
maybe considering comped? Yeah, maybe I was wrong about that WV.
Quackle seems to want him to play exactly 2 tiles because it allows him to draw bingos in many cases. If you fish WV, CMOPT, if you pick up the blank, allows you to bingo a lot. But that's
Oh,
crazy talk. Quackle, you're
that
silly
is
because even if
Quackle's
you draw those
being
bingos,
clever.
Noah just blocks them. Josh is a good play in Coempt, COEMPT, through the E in Sincere. 30 points, does hold on to VW, but it's going to put him ahead by 132. Even with the VW and 2 other tiles out of the bag, Noah would need a bingo that scores 110, which doesn't seem to be a possibility on this board. So, a wild game. If Josh plays Coempt, Noah going to have AADNOS blank and will be able to bingo out. It looks like Noah's only bingo after that would be Menardas through the R and Harlots for 68. But assuming Coempt comes down, Menardas come down, we're going to end up with a final score of 511 for Noah to 555 for Josh. Name a higher scoring NWL game that you've seen on stream. I'll wait. Name a higher losing score for NWL than you'll see on stream. Again, I will wait. So for those of you at home, do a little bit of homework for me in chat. Let me know what the highest scoring NWL loss is because we are close to Scrabble history right here. As Josh correctly, I think, playing Coempt.
Wow. I mean, I
Oh,
think if you're Noah, you have to hang your head high. I mean, like, yeah, I lost, but with a score that normally would slaughter my opponents.
yeah.
Are
Yeah.
there high loss bounty prizes at this tournament? Because I think he's got that in the bag.
Yeah, Noah smiling as he knows this has been an incredible game. I know Noah's a good enough anagrammer to find Menardas, but he'll take his time, make sure there's not a 7 that plays alongside Doubt or anything like that. He will just have that one bingo out. He'll look for bingos between the W and the A, between the D and the W. They don't exist, but take your time, Noah. You've got it because you play the rest of this game quite quickly. And the big takeaway from this game is I never want Noah Walton to draw a Y against me. What did Noah do with his Ys? He hit majorly for 124 and funkily for like 54. What on earth, Noah? And he is playing Menardas. Good on him. I mean, you don't want to put the blank on the double letter, but he's so confident that this is the best bingo because he's that caliber of anagrammer and his brain does go that fast. Menarda's going to come down. Josh going to challenge because it's free, and why not? It will come back acceptable. And 511 to 555 is going to be the final in this game.
That
Absolute
is,
fireworks.
we joked in the beginning about Josh giving us a a good game for the stream and being aware of what that looks like, they certainly delivered. This was an amazing matchup. And I mean, that's a tough loss for Noah because it does kind of, kick him into that lower tier of the upper tier, if that makes sense. He's like,
Yeah. Hey, Hannah, I want to try to hear the post-game banter. These guys have to be saying things about it. Let's cut to the over the cam mic.
It's always ridiculous, but like one of almost the only bingos I could even draw. I was not expecting the bingo. Crazy.
Is Acervos good? I know Acarbos, so it's just Acervos isn't great. But he's Boras's plus blank. I should have checked that like 2 games ago.
You gotta check everything you checked also with the blank.
Yeah, I only saw over bear. For bear. Okay. Interesting. I mean, Azine is huge. I think. I don't know how important it is to just cramp down a little bit. I don't know. There's also earlobe, but that's stupid.
Oh, I see.
What do you say?
Could have played Lambie instead of Oria. Lambie.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Josh looking at the camera. Are you satisfied? Are you not entertained?
You want to recap? Right. You submit?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if Funkly is good.
Yeah, I mean,
is it good?
Can't challenge that.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's all good. It's beautiful. I mean, you played a beautiful game. I just got like ridiculous stuff. Like this is such a key moment of you just having nothing. And yeah, here, like, it's one less to play Pirates. But then, like, this gets really annoying when you keep scoring over here. You have to worry about this the whole time. Whereas here, this can go away with Azine, whatever.
Well, Azine doesn't exist if you do Pirates.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I was thinking just any play to the D. Well, no, I'm saying like after Piastre, after Lock Kites. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do I play? There's no way I play Hello Edge, right?
No. It seems insane.
I mean, because I'm going up by 100. I'm going up by so much. I'm going up by like 150 after Hello Ed. But there's just, I don't know, so much to do, so much to see. You could come back with just 2 bingos, 2 big ones, or whatever. I don't know. Holy shit. Epic, man.
Yeah.
So is that the highest you think we've scored like in one game, like total? Or no?
Probably not.
In a tournament?
Probably not.
The 66 is like a lot.
It is. My high game against Kenji, I forget what he scored. I scored like high 600s. He might have scored in the 400s, but he did that.
He scored in the 400s though.
But, He might have scored in the 300s. No, maybe, yeah. No, actually, I think he might have scored in the 200s.
This is 3 points higher than the 3 points higher than the game is higher.
Oh.
All right. Well, with that, the post-game banter kind of dying down. These players likely getting ready to go to lunch pretty soon, and we are getting ready to go to lunch as well. Commentators Matt and Hannah have been on for quite some time now. Y'all at home, make sure you get up, stretch your legs, walk around, get some food. We are going to be back at 3 o'clock Pacific time or 6 o'clock Eastern time. If you don't live in North America, I'll let you do the math on what time you need to be there. And also kudos to you for watching Scrabble at midnight or 4 a.m. or whatever. The plan is absolutely to show NWL for the rest of the day. I'll be joined by Noah Kalis on commentary this afternoon as we watch more Scrabble. I think the real winners, despite Noah losing this game, or because of Noah losing this game, is everybody in chat, as perhaps him falling down in the standings mean we don't have to sit through these horrific 90-degree turned tiles for at least a few more matches. But I expect, given the way Noah played and his pedigree as a player, that he will stay atop the standings or near the top, even despite a tough luck loss here. We are going to call it for right now. Again, we'll be back right in 2 hours with more Scrabble. Hope to see all of you there. If you've missed some of the action, go back and watch our previous 2 days coverage. Set your calendar. We'll be back here tomorrow and the last day with continued coverage of the Scrabble Players Championship. Signing off for right now, I'm Matt Canik, joined by Hannah Lieberman, and we will see y'all soon.